Hi everybody, it's Kim. Hey, I thought I would do a quick shakedown on my day pack. I'm trying to dial things in a little bit, and it was $1 from the thrift store, but it's what I have right now. And I'm going on about a 6.5 to 7 mile hike tomorrow. It's supposed to be quite cold, and it's notorious for people getting lost there. So I'm just taking some extra precautions. And on top of that, I'm just trying to get used to carrying a little bit more weight. So one of the first things I did was, for this pack, I made myself a sternum strap, which really takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders. I could snug it up together, and it brings it into my center versus the back. This was just off when I had my shoulder repaired, my surgery. I took a strap off of there, and I made myself a little, quick release strap here with Velcro and some of the pieces. So I thought I'd give you a look and see what's inside my bag and why I'm carrying it. All right, I thought, as usual, I always have my trekking poles. And I will be wearing this jacket. It's just one I have around here. It's fairly lightweight, although there is some insulation to it, very minor, but it's water resistant just in case it rains. So this is my pack again. I bought it for $1. It does what it needs to do. Obviously when I get the funds together, I want to get a proper ultralight pack, but you got to start somewhere, right? And for now, I have to concentrate on the more essential things, and the pack unfortunately is not at the top of my list right now. I can still go on lots of day hikes. I can still go car camping, and at least I have something to carry my gear in. So let me start on this pocket here. I carry my Smart water bottle, and I really like this bottle for a couple reasons. One, I don't have to worry about losing a cap because it has a nice flip off there. And when I get to my water filter, I can use this cap to back flush the filter if necessary. So I really like this overflowing particular water bottle. This is a small one. It's only 23 ounces, but I'm going to be where there's lots of water. We're going to be hiking around a lake, and I'm not worried about water for tomorrow or even if, I get lost. So on the shoulder straps I should have showed you, I always carry a lip balm and my whistle. I always carry a whistle with me. In this pocket here, I carry a tent stake, and this is for a couple reasons. One, instead of a shovel, if I need to, I could dig a cat hole, scratch it out. And women are always somewhat worried about their safety. If you feel like you need pepper spray, that's fine, but I'm telling you, if somebody's coming at me, it may not be a knife, but if somebody were to grab me from behind, I would start jabbing at the face, and I guarantee you they're not going to be happy with me jabbing them with this thing. So I carry it for a couple reasons. One, to dig a cat hole, and one as some form of self-defense. And that's right here in my side pocket where it's easy to grab. I have my hand sanitizer. It's refillable. I love this little thing. It's a pen. I can carry it. It's very light. It does a job. And then I have my odds and end bag. In here I have, now I've mentioned it before, I have tinted sunglasses, but they're not nearly as dark as what you see on camera. So this is an emergency pair of sunglasses. I have prescription. I have no choice. And they're very lightweight. I could snap them in to my glasses if I need a little extra eye protection, and this is really dark. They're UV rated and all of that. So it's just a little way for me to keep them from getting too scratched up. I keep them in this little pill bottle so there's not much weight. And if I need to, I could add a couple more things to that. I have a sunscreen stick. This is to reapply. I put sunscreen on before I leave the house. I always carry a Bic lighter with duct tape on it. This is my insect repellent. Might not need it quite so much this time of the year, but I'm taking it anyway. And then I have a multi-purpose Swiss Army knife. It has just about everything. It has scissors and a couple knives, a little saw, screwdrivers, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's my little outside pocket ditty bag. Make sure I get everything back in here. And then I carry a partial roll of toilet paper with the center roll taken out, and I just squish it down in a bag, and it fits in here really nice. You never know when you're going to need it. I mean, there's other options, but that's the one I choose. So that's the outside of my bag, except for I do always have a couple carabiners. You never know. This pocket here, I did not load this with my food yet. I just keep a couple oddball things in here at all times. I have mostly things that are easy to use. I have some electrolyte powder, some honey packets. If you need some, you know, you're starting to run out of energy and you need some quick sugar, the honey works really well. I have a piece of foil, some of those disposable towels. Again, if I had to, I could use that for toilet paper. Not disposable, you know, you stick them in water and they swell up and they make a towel. And then a couple of beef sticks and some peanuts. So this isn't what I take for a full day. This is just what I keep in my bag, just in case I forget to grab something or if I'm in the car. And then I have another bag of peanuts in there. And that's it for right now. I'm just going to take something light for tomorrow. You know, if I happen to get lost and I get stuck overnight, I'm not going to starve in one day by far. So that's that pocket. And then this pocket here, I always have, this is my first aid kit. I'm not going to go through the whole kit, but I keep Band-Aids and tape. I have a small sample size of the dental floss with the needle on it. There's some toenail clippers in here. And I keep some basic medications. I always keep a couple tablets of my everyday meds that I need, like my blood pressure pill. And then there is some Benadryl because I have some pretty severe allergies. Some anti-diarrheal, some Motrin, you know, that kind of stuff. And for me, I'm allergic to both the latex and the nitrile gloves, unfortunately, which is what everybody uses. So I carry a couple pair of vinyl gloves on me at all times. In the event that something were to happen, I could say, you know, use my gloves, don't use the other gloves. So that's the basics in there. You know, there's some antibiotic ointment and things like that. Probably in real life I could make this a little bit lighter, but for now, oh, I have a couple hand warmers in here too. So this time of year, I think it's important to carry that. Now this is something I'm not sure I'm going to completely take with me yet, but I have a couple reasons for it. One, I have a compass. There is one of those space blankets in here. Again, if I get lost tomorrow, it got down, we had a hard freeze last night. It got down to 30, I think at 32 or 33 last night. And I have a couple of large 55-gallon heavy-duty contractor trash bags. I carry these for a couple reasons. One, if I had to sleep outside, I could stuff them with leaves and get myself up off the ground. I could cut a slit in them, completely cover myself with them, and be able to see out for a little added warmth. I could use it as a ground cloth. In an emergency, I could use it as a, you know, I could crawl inside a couple and sleep in them. But they're a little bit bulky, but right now I feel a little safer having something because I don't have a full pack yet. Okay, so that's everything on the outside. And I packed a little heavy this time because each time I go, I'm adding a few things. Again, if I get lost, I want to be able to survive without getting frostbite or hypothermia. So I added a couple things. Now, my pack weighs in at right at 9 pounds right now as it stands. So, you know, it's not the lightest option, but I think I have all the essentials in here. This is a lightweight down blanket. It's the Costco brand. If you've ever seen people, not the warmest thing in the world. I'm not going to be super warm in it, but I won't freeze to death. So I figured between that and the space blanket, say that fast, space blanket and the contractor bags, at least I wouldn't be super cold if I were to get lost. And I'm going to repack this bag. This is going to go down towards the bottom by my back. The other thing I brought was something for shelter. This is not my full shelter kit. This is just the tarp from my hammock. So I thought, you know, if I do get caught outside, at least I can make a waterproof tarp over me. It would be big enough. It's already got the suspension lines on it. I have the tent stakes with it. It's got the guy lines on it, so I could easily set this up as an emergency shelter. And you'll see everything's in zipper bags. And by the way, this is going to get in a plastic bag too, just in case it rains. But it does help me. I don't have the compression bags yet, but I can kind of sit on these and squish them down and get some of the air out, makes them a little more compact. The next thing I brought, this is totally convenience item. Looks like it's made out of Reflectix. Anyway, it's a bag that my daughter received when she got her grocery order. Since they have the no contact delivery, they put your food that needs to be refrigerated in this bag. And I thought, you know what? I wanted a butt pad so I could sit on it on the ground. My butt won't get wet because, like I said, we've been getting some heavy frost and the grass is always wet in the morning. I could double it up if I wanted a little extra push. If I got stuck outside, I could put my feet in it to keep them warm. It doesn't weigh but an ounce, so I've got me a butt pad. Then, as everybody should always have, I have my water filter. I have the Sawyer, I think this is a Sawyer Mini. Yep, Sawyer Mini. Again, it fits on my water bottle, the little cap, so I could back flush it if I need to. And I always carry a coffee filter so I could pre-filter the water going into the bag if there was a lot of debris. And there's also a straw that comes with this, so you could technically stick this down in a water source and suck right up through this little straw and right through the Sawyer Mini. So that goes with me. This here is, again, it's more of a convenience item, but it's going to be carried when I start backpacking, so I'm getting my things together. I'm deciding between which I'm going to carry. I like the microfiber towels because they dry so fast, and I got two different colors for a reason. One is like for your, wipe your bottom, wash up, and the other is for like dry up. So I think what I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to make a couple little buttonholes on these so if I had to hang them outside my pack to dry, I could do so. And I also have a bandana. It's a little bit bigger. The bandana is nice for a lot of uses, whether it's a tourniquet, an arm sling. If I got, if I fell and broke my arm, I could make a sling. I could put it over my head for some shade under my hat. If it was sunny out, I could cover my neck and my ears. So, and it doesn't weigh literally anything, a couple grams. And I just think right now I feel better carrying this and at least one of the microfiber towels. Again, what I do is I stick them in the bag. I'll show you how I do it. Stick them in the bag. Squeeze it down as hard as you can. Continue to zip it, and now they're more compact. So it doesn't take up much space and it doesn't weigh hardly anything. I just got this still in the same bag. I don't want to unfold it. It is a Frog Tog rain poncho. I did not go with the jacket and the pants for right now because I figured if I was walking in the rain, I could throw it over my day bag and keep it dry. And that's an upgrade from the old rain poncho I had. This was $1.49. It's just plastic. I'm keeping this in here because again, it doesn't weigh much. If I ever get, out on the real trails, overnighter, I'll make a choice. But right now I'm keeping this because, again, if it rains, if I get cold, if I get wet, I have something to sit on. I could, lay on it outside and wrap up in the contractor bags, whatever. But it just gives me like a little ground cloth if I need it. All right, this bag, I'm just going to tell you what's in here because I really don't feel like trying to squish out the air again. I have a hat that completely covers my head and only my eyes stick out. So if I were to get cold, oh heck, I'll just show you. It's easier. I have a pair of glove liners. They have a fiber that is a metal in them, like a silver metal, and it actually gives your hands a little bit of extra warmth. So I like these better than those cheap little stretchy gloves, and those are going with me tomorrow because I probably will need them in the morning. I carry a spare pair of very lightweight socks I can use as a liner sock if I were to start getting a blister. I have a pair of the People's merino wool socks. Of course, I'll be wearing a pair, but if my feet were to get totally wet and it's cold, I have a spare pair. And then this is my hat, which I will be switching out soon to the blaze orange hat that I have that's very much like this. So I take that because, if your head is warm when you're sleeping and stuff, you'll be a lot warmer. And that's mostly wool anyway. So let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, my headlamp. This is the Fox Ellie headlamp. It has it has a high and a low beam. It has a white strobe, has the red and a red strobe. It only weighs a couple ounces. So it's very lightweight and it's rechargeable, which I really like. I forgot I need to add my recharger in there for my phone, and it would recharge on the same cable for this. So this is my light source if I need it. I have a small 25-foot paracord. I take Body Glide because, things tend to rub and I don't want to get sores. I am carrying this just for tomorrow. I don't know if I would carry them permanently. I have a couple glow sticks. Again, if I get stuck outside overnight anywhere, I wouldn't have to use my headlamp. I could use one of these, I also like the fact that there's a red or an orange one in here. I could put it on a piece of paracord if I was stuck at night, and I could swing it over my head, and hopefully somebody would be able to see me out there and rescue me. And then I have, this is just a small, I'm not going to open it, it's a small mesh bag I carry just because if I see trash and whatnot, I could pick it up and put it in here and take it back home with me. And last but not least, I have some lightweight camp shoes. So I hope I have everything covered for tomorrow. Of course, I'm going to have on, my wool shirt, my merino wool shirt. I'll have some warmer pants on and my hiking shoes. Otherwise, I hope I'm not missing anything. And more importantly, I hope I don't get lost in the woods. But if I do, I should survive the night okay. Anyway, I'm off tomorrow. I'll let you know how the adventure goes.